What is going on out there, peeps? Okay, there's a lot going on over in Iraq. Everything moving in a positive direction. I've noticed that our girl, Miss Blashart, has been over there a whole lot lately. We'll get into that in just a second. If you guys are thinking about buying precious metals, please give our friends over there at Money Metals Exchange a consideration. The link is in the description. If you buy more than $100 worth of precious metals, please use promo code Pimpy, Pimpy, and get a free half ounce of silver. Hey, anytime you can get anything free, I say jump on it. All right, we have Pimpy's Investment Chat. It's the same name as the YouTube channel. Over here, we talk about investment opportunities, including gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, as well as foreign currency investments. It's free to join, so come on over there, but no politics there. Bring all the politics over to here, which is the hidden things that are in front of your eyes. Over here, you can't talk about politics, QAnon, current events, false flag events, 9/11, the whole 9 yards. I don't have a problem with it. Just be respectful of one another. For those of you who don't have Facebook, I do have a Twitter account, and the link is in the description. You can catch me over there. A lot of you are asking me about where to go buy more Iraqi dinar because a lot of our sites over here in the United States seem to be out of Iraqi dinar. So this nice company over here in the UK has been doing a really good job about taking care of a lot of our subscribers. So over here, you can buy the Iraqi dinar, the Vietnam dong, as well as the Zim dollars. Right, the link is in the description. Go on over there. A lot of you guys are telling me that you're receiving your orders, so that makes me very, very happy, of course. All right, so Parliament Financial reveals the details of the 2020 budget and confirms that it will reach Parliament next week. We're going to see the budget get forwarded. We already know what's in there. We already know what's going on. What's the one thing that we are focusing on that's not in the budget? A rate change. I know a lot of you were told that there's going to be a rate change in there. That was just false information. Let's get on this next article. Maliki's office reveals the details of the private visit to Iran. So Maliki is one of these Iranian-backed politicians. I can only imagine what's being discussed. I can only tell you what I hope is being discussed. And that is he's being told to stand down. Iran is talking to Trump. This would be one hell of a peace agreement. Getting Iran to agree to denuclearize. And then you're going to see, mark my words, watch, you might see a Palestinian-Israel peace deal coming up here real soon. So don't be surprised. Anyways, Maliki's heading over there. He's going to also do some medical examinations while he's there. And he's going to be there for a few days. I'm curious to see what becomes of it. Very curious. Not a whole lot is being said about it. So Iran is barring entry. But it's not just Iran. Iraq is barring entry into Iraq. It's not just people from Iran, but also other countries. All right? They want to make sure not to bring in the Rona here during this celebration. The 40 visit, which is the 7th of the next October. So it's some type of festival or celebration that the Iraqi people have. And so they're already announcing this far in advance. Look, they're not allowing anybody to cross the borders from Iran or other countries to celebrate. They just want to make sure that they got the Rona under control. All right, so again, that's all this article is just saying, hey, look, you can see right here, Iranian media, the president said, the worsening situation of the coronavirus in Iraq and Iran will not allow Iranian visits to go to this country in Ahmed Hussein's 40s. Okay, so again, they're just being cautious due to the Rona is all this is. It's kind of an article that goes on and on. But basically, Iraq and Iran agree there should not be no in and out, just for the safety of the people. Bit of good news. In his first statement, a spokesperson for the International Coalition described the reduction of the American presence as good news and talks about supporting the crowd. The crowd he's talking about It's not the crowd that you think it is. It's called a popular crowd, and it's a part. It's called a popular mobilization forces, by the way. And so they are the forces over in Iraq. Anyways, what the guy from the international coalition is talking about is that although the United States is stepping away, there's a reason for it, and it's a good thing. And that is Iraq is ready to stand on their own, and they should be able to handle ISIS without any help from the people of the United States as well as their international coalition forces. So that's what he's talking about. There's been a campaign to eliminate ISIS in Iraq and Syria. So they're in Iraq and they are in Syria. ISIS it is. So the international coalition forces are currently providing advice and information to the Iraqi forces in order to eliminate the terrorist organization. There's only small patches of them for now. Okay, small patches of them. And they're really, and what was that, about a month ago, 2 months ago? I told you that there was a strike force that came into Iraq. There were American strike forces. They had been helping take out pockets of ISIS members, and they had Iraq's fighters with them. And then after a couple of weeks, they started letting the Iraqi forces lead in these special operations, and they've been doing very good. So it's felt like they can stand on their own. We're seeing America troops being pulled out of Iraq. There's announcements of them coming out of Afghanistan as well. Trump has said he's always wanted to bring our people home. All right. So anyways, this whole report's about the international coalition agreeing with the United States, saying that Iraq is more than ready to stand on their own as they slowly pull out. It looks like a long article, but that's what they're talking about, is Iraq can handle ISIS on their own, which will be very interesting. So we will keep an eye on that. Make no doubt about it. If Iraq starts slipping back into darkness, anyways, you will see Americans go over there to help them when they need to. The U.S. ambassador in Baghdad, we support the Iraq's government plans to develop its economy and security. So it's a short one. It just says that the media of the Minister of Finance said in a statement, Finance Minister Alawi met on 9/13 in a library in Baghdad with the U.S. ambassador to Iraq. During the meeting, the mechanisms for strengthening economic and financial cooperations were reviewed and discussed between the two countries. We know this. We know there are a lot of countries eager to get into Iraq and help them out, help them start rebuilding over there. Again, outside investors have to feel secure before they get in there. So the parliamentary finance, the Kurdistan government is satisfied with its shares in the federal budget. But they're just so far talking about the 2020 federal budget. Again, I told you the purpose of it. Even though it's a short budget, it's small. There are things that need to be implemented in there that can be integrated into the 2021 budget. Okay, so a couple of things. We know it's the employees, the number of employees that are going into retirement, new ones that need to be brought aboard, the salaries, the promotions, the revenues and dues between Baghdad and Erbil. Those types of things need to be put in the package so that they can be included in the 2021 budget. In addition to that, we know that the reform paperwork is being submitted at the end of this month. And whatever's in there, and a lot of us are curious because we believe that in the reform paperwork is the talk of a new exchange rate. I'm curious to see what that means. I know you are as well. So hang tight, think positive. Nonetheless, Al-Qademi increased a little bit of what was being paid over to Kurdistan as a sign of good faith. That's what we want. Assigning a Kurdish brigade to a high position in the Iraqi interior. So I instead of reading this, I just heard about this. It was on C-SPAN how they were saying that Kurdistan's very happy with Al-Qademi. He's been allowing some of their own members within his cabinet, not just allowing them in there, but they're also able to take high positions within the government, which before that was not allowed. There was a lot of sneaky stuff going on. As you know, there wasn't great relationships before in the past, between Erbil and Baghdad, but things seem to be going very well. Al-Qadimi is allowing members of Kurdistan take higher positions within the Iraqi government. Again, I really do believe Al-Qadimi is kicking butt, and this is good news. Everything what's going on right now is really, really good news in Iraq. Al-Qadimi has been impressive. We should be happy about it. But like I said before, I know what I was concerned about was people would become immune to the good news and impatient about a rate change. Look at this, Al-Qadimi. The government is determined to hold accountable those involved in the blood of Iraqis. Talking about October 2019 when people were shooting protesters. So he's still investigating into that. He is going to get to the bottom of it, although there is a little bit of a resistance. And we know the resistance is coming from the Iranian-backed politicians. But nonetheless, he's the same. With an abundance of appreciation, respect, because he said this with Miss Blashart. Miss Blashart from the United Nations is the person we keep an eye on. She has been there steadily over the last couple of weeks, but she was there when Al-Qadimi made the announcement that they're still investigating, and they will get to the bottom of what happened on October 2019 when protesters, unarmed protesters, were shot and killed. Right? Al-Qadimi's not happy about it. We know that the United Nations wants them to drain the corruption, wants them to investigate what the hell happened during the protest. So there's a list of things they want them to do. So again, you guys, I've been reading all these articles. They are long, and I can just tell you this. What it comes down to is this. Erbil and Baghdad still talking, and I believe they are at the end of whatever this talks are. We're going to see a finalization. I've been hoping that for the last 2 weeks, but we know they have to hurry up and get this done. There's not a whole lot of time left for them to submit the 2021 budget. So hang tight. It's looking good. Miss Blashart's been there a lot. The discussions between Erbil and Baghdad have been steady and very positive, so let's keep an eye on that, all right? Anyways, I just wanted to share with you real quick what's going on. Again, I've been distracted for quite a while now. Keep an eye on what's going on at the Silver Convention. I'm listening to what these people are saying. It's been very, very interesting and very pleasing. But nonetheless, I don't want you to think I've forgotten about you. So that's what's going on in Iraq. Is still looking positive. It's still looking good. So keep your head up. All right, you guys, give me a thumbs up if you like the video. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. I'll catch you later.